Rize. You get
For all my life, they say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo, Rize Podcast family, what's going on? What it do, what it is, how everybody feeling? Hope y'all had a great day, having a great day thus far. Hope everybody enjoyed boxing last night, man. Shout out to Abdullah Mason, man. God damn, that kid is special. That kid is special, man. Putting on a hell of a performance, man. Shout out to everybody that fought last night. Some good fights. We ready to get into it, and we gonna break this shit down. You got your ears on, Squeeze? Well, I need a call-in line. I need the day-to-day. I might need to have to drop the link, man. I need y'all thoughts on, you know what I mean? I need y'all thoughts on last night because I don't want to seem like, you know what I mean, this and that. But I'm just not. Hey. It is what it is, man. Robert Merriweather, what's going on, man? How you feeling, Dad? Man, listen. Boxing looking good. We got some nice prospects and contenders up and coming, man. But JQR, I'm waiting for Squeeze. Squeeze gonna get him. Zay Dummy, what it do? Squeezies, there you go.
Yo. Yeah.
Not the sponsors.
What's up, baby?
Man, we got some shit to talk about today.
Do we? You got your plate full? You got some sides, you got a main course, you got an appetizer.
Yeah, we got an appetizer, we got a main course, we got sides, we got the salad, we got a little champagne, we got dessert, we got ice cream, we got cake, you know what I mean? We got pies, we got what is it called when you got all the dessert laid out on the joint, we got that.
Buffet?
Yeah, man, squeeze. We got a lot to get into, man. We got a lot to
5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First, when I say first, at the last night performances, I say first. Ballot Hall of Fame of all times. Redesigning minds, one mind at a time. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP, you'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.norshlipgallery.org. Use the code RIZE10. You'll get 10% off. Also, shout out to www.meatkillerb.com. Go over to our page, support our merch. Rest in peace to John Boy. Shout out to EOE Education Over Everything. Bad Girls Promotions. Shout out to Four Corners Boxers featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones. Every Wednesday night, go over to 15 rounds of boxing and support them. Also, shout out to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue, Coach Calvin and Kenny Way. Y'all see them in the mix, man. We on to the next, man. We ain't playing with them, man. We in the lab. Shout out the Coach Calvin and Kenny Way. Get your Shari's Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Also, shout out to Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News, JBT, Richie Baby for that fire intro and everything that he do for the podcast, man. Don't y'all forget Richie Baby in the lab. JBT, Ayo, Miss Mona, Miss Tonya Vadros, Miss Yaya, all the sponsors, B&B Boxing, man, all the people that support us, and sponsor Cal Coolid. If you out there, let me know you good, champ. I ain't heard from you. Man, Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. Last but not least, the official gear of boxing. All the fighters wearing it. Me and Senior got it too, boy. Them things, boy. Winter time, boy, you could just wear that in the blizzard and you ain't gonna be cold. That's how thick that thing is. Box raw.
What do you do, chat? Where you want me to get started? Shout out. Oh, let me holler at everybody.
Yeah, holler at everybody, yo.
Let me holler at everybody, man. Mr. Raina's in the building. The Queen, what's going on? Branson, how you feeling? Burberry J, Daryl Hot was my guy. Hunter on the hunt. The Queen, Miss Mona, Route 707. Uncle Val. Uncle Val, you might get the link today because you got some explaining to do. Uncle Val. CJ Daniels, Ace, Crush the Legend, HTX Nate 44. What it do, champ? Tim Layton, Mrs. Key Payne, Ellipsis, The Chosen One, Stretched Out Boxing, Abdul Malik, Miss Real Deal Israel, Robert Merriweather, Bray Marlin, Brian King, JQ Alderton, Zay Dummy, Boss Dog, Cap Quest, King Horn 96. He said he slept good last night, and I know why. Big No Gaming. Big Ray in the building. Talib Cunningham, what's happening? Lord's 4500, how you doing? Mr. Rainer is a new member. Appreciate you, Mr. Rainer. Lord's 4500. Big Otto. Angry White Man. Shout out to the Angry White Man podcast, man. D1 and William Old School, man, over there doing their thing, man. I jumped in last night, man. Pressure, what's going on, champ? Exile, Loco, Keo, motherfucking heads on sticks, man. We ain't playing that shit, man. Daryl Hotleys, Mr. Positive at all times. Chubb, Rock, what is going on? Green Villain, Mike, what's happening? Welcome to the Rize podcast. Still walking 96. Gwen, man, what's going on? Uh-oh, I got to read this. Squeeze, I'm going to let you read it.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Miss Gwen, good morning, Rize family. Happy Sunday. What a night of boxing last night. You heard this from me. Shakur can't do nothing with him. And don't get disrespectful. That's seeing your mother. Don't get disrespectful. Keep your comments at a minimum. I'm just letting y'all know.
Hey. Reef, what's going on? Ferrari, how you feeling? Nephew Richie Baby, what it do? Internal Revenue Service, how you feeling? Million Films, what it do? Man. Squeeze. What fights did you see, Squeeze? Just let me know what fights you seen.
I went out to the car and came back. The Abdullah Mason fight was over. I was pissed about that. I saw his name is what happened. Robson fight. That's why they named him Robson. I saw
Melanie Queen, Miss Cheryl, what's going on?
I saw the Robson fight
86 baby married.
and O'Shaky, and then I saw Shakur and Arthur. Oh, who else fought before that?
Keyshawn, Anthony
Oh,
Moore.
Keyshawn fight. I saw the Keyshawn, then Shocky got shot by No Daddy vibrator. And No Daddy and the Shakur Stevenson fight. Them the ones I saw. I'm mad I missed the Abdullah fight. I walked to the car and came back. It was over.
Alan Johnson, what's going on? Buddy Rogers, what's happening? Man, B4 Chant, what's going on? Welcome to the Rize podcast. Squeeb, what fight we going to first?
We're gonna do it like this. Let's go to
Showtime E. What's up?
I'm gonna send you to the 2 words explains everything, but I'm gonna send you to that. Shocky and Robson. Go ahead, take the mic.
Robbery.
Shocky and Robson.
Robson. Shocky with a robbery. Mr. Moore, what's going on?
I'm gonna tell you now.
Here we go. This the man everybody
Okay.
for.
All right.
Movie King.
Right back at you with another one. Raymond Moore, thanks for the color in the chat. Shakur good, but he's scary. Yo was trying to argue with his grandpa because he told him let his hands go. But Mason got power. Keyshawn got better and Vargas.
Vargas cold. What's going on, Coach?
Let me borrow $20.
Man, listen. I seen you went from 5 to 10.
Somebody let me borrow $20.
Man, I seen you went from 5 to 10, man.
Yo.
What was your thought?
Oh, the dude was ready to go.
Yeah.
He was ready to go. Shakur told his grandfather, I'm going to stop him. Man.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy, yo.
Hey, I was gonna make this a short, right? But I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I can't give it to y'all just yet. I can't give it to y'all like that just yet. Let me do something real quick.
Man.
What's your thoughts, Coach?
You see what that fucking meeting, don't you? Fucking crackers.
Coach.
They ain't cooking me shit.
My thing is, this is my question though. Like, I wasn't really happy with the corner interaction, and no shot to brother Wale because he was giving the proper instructions, but Shakur was like disregarding the instructions he was receiving in the corner.
Yeah, he was beefing with his grandfather. That shit was crazy.
Movie King.
Right back at you with another one. Mr. Anderson, thanks for the color in the chat. Shakur fans were not leaving. They just went to go get coffee. Shakur couldn't stop the guy who took a knee against Frank, who him knocked out.
Oh, okay. I ain't know.
Damn.
He probably ain't gonna stay on this.
Man, listen, man.
I told everybody, Abdullah Mason is the one, boy.
I like Abdullah Mason. I gotta get him on this podcast.
Yo. Story up next, man.
I like Abdullah Mason.
He's my number 2 lightweight now.
Why you say number 2? I thought Shakur was number 2.
Can't bet on Shakur. He can't get the job done.
Let me ask you this, Coach, because
But he's still Shakur a hell of a boxer. But even you can't bet on him. The boxing motherfuckers bet on boxing. They bet on boxing. They bet on rounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like I bet on that shit last night. I bet on Tank. 3 fights. He got the job done.
Let me run something down to you, and it's a difference in fighters. Just listen to this real quick.
So how does it feel, man? Happy Father's Day, first of all. Thank you. Man, another prediction, man. You just keep coming through whooping ass and dominating. At the end of the 5th, I seen you walk back to the corner. You said, I got him. Yeah. How did you know?
Just I seen him start slowing down. You know, the main goal was just to get him to slow down and then attack when I got it.
Did you think he was going to put him to sleep like that? Because I think he still think he in Detroit. He still think he in Detroit waiting for camp to start. You know what I mean? Hell of a knockout, hell of a job, man. You come through fight after fight.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
So what's next, Loma?
Hopefully we can get him. For sure.
Man, keep doing your thing, man. Congratulations, man. Another dominating performance. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
You hear what he said, Squeeze? Because Shakur did the same thing at the end of the 5th. He came back saying
Good job, yo. I ain't know you got him.
Yeah, I got sick when I came back, so I got a whole bunch of shit that I didn't even
drop. Yo. Good job.
But did you hear
you
what
got
he said?
the balls to ask him some questions?
Did you hear what he said though when he came back at the end of the 5th?
Hold on. Just let me get this moment. I'm proud of you. I'm like over here blushing like no daddy, a proud dad. Good job, yo. Good job. You got straight to the point with the questions and you asked them on what? Perfect, yo. Good job.
Appreciate you.
Now, what you asked me, champ?
Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
At the end of the 5th, just like last night, he said, I got him. Then, time to attack. Keyword, attack. Damn. When
same thing in his last 3 fights, he said, I'm going to get him now.
Now, listen, this is my thing. Brother Wale told him, you're doing a great job. Pick up your output. You pick up your punch output. You can get this guy. We clearly seen that the guy was hurt and he was trying to recover. He wasn't running. He was a wounded warrior trying to survive. Yeah. So at that point, at that moment of time, like you got to apply belt to ass, like Jaleel Hackett said, who fights this week. You know what I mean? You got to apply belt to ass, and that attack mode got to come in. But when you arguing in your corner, you know what I mean? You arguing back and forth with your trainer. Come on, Squeeze. Come on, Squeeze. Talk to me, Squeeze.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, cause I
got y'all super chats. I got y'all.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Squeeze. I say don't do it. I was fighting, right? And then he closed the show out on my ass. I went out, woke up, unanimous decision. When I woke up, I said, oh, I knew I was going to go to sleep. I ain't go to sleep on Keyshawn. I ain't go to sleep on a Shockey fight. Hell of a fight. Shockey. Hell of a game plan. He was boxing lovely. I don't know where the hell I don't even know what they think running is. I didn't see Shockey running at all.
Let's talk on that Shockey fight, yo.
Hey, Coach, real quick, can you send a link to Mr. Bernard?
Yeah.
Why he doing?
That was a good call on the Shockey fight, yo.
Ooh, let's get into it, Coach. This is gonna be a good show today.
That was a good call.
This is gonna be a good show today.
Oh,
why you say it was a good call, Coach?
I don't even see the link. Yo, hold up.
Yeah, I know you don't. You ain't even see that fight last night. You don't see the link, or you ain't see that goddamn fight talking that.
You got it mixed up, man.
Ah, boy.
Coach Kenny not even on Twitter, Enzo 88.
Look, Shockey had good defense. Boston, listen. He had good defense making them miss. Defense is not punching. It's eluding punches. In spots, he came back and hit 1 or 2 shots. He was moving sweet. But defense is good to have, but that's not winning the fight all the time. The dude out-hustled him, slightly out-hustled him. And if you look at the fight, if you're a judge 9 times out of 10, you was behind the guy looking at him work because Foster was on the ropes. So you walking down, you thinking that even though the guy was missing some shots, the judge is looking at him from the back thinking he working. Foster was coming back in spots. He wasn't fighting like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he did the shoulder roll. He made a miss, but that's not offense. A lot of these times, these young boys think, "Oh, look what I did! I'm winning." No, you're not winning. You're losing shots. That's it. He did it in spots. If you go back and look at the fight, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was in spurts. He was moving sweet. He wasn't busy enough. He wasn't busy enough. He was just good.
What's going on, Coach?
On our way to the fights, just checking in with y'all. That's all.
What's up, man?
Man, I don't know. I'm sitting up here preaching, bro. You sitting up here listening to the preaching.
Look like you down there having a ball. Look like you found the fountain of youth, Coach.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm hanging with these youth, man. Hey, man, they put on a great performance, man. We ready to get the heavy hitters down here. It's, how would I say? Great tournament. Certain things like, they got the kids' passport, but the tournament is a success. I can't get on it because all my guys didn't get a chance to fight when they were supposed to fight. But, they making it work, whatnot. But it was a good experience because they got to get out. Some of them, you got to see them get nervous, get scared, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the coach is doing a fine job. They thought I was joking, man. I made them get them up, get their weights right. So,
Told them how they do it.
Yeah, right. And they did a good job. Everybody was underweight. Nobody was overweight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of the coaches, really. That's the reason why I made the trip for other reasons, but the coaches, I want to see how they operate with the kids, and making sure that they understand. Scale is the first fight. And just keep your eyes on the kid and just walking them through and whatnot. They did a great job. I even came to the hand wrap thing late. They got the fighters ready and everything. So I was what's Time Machine ain't fight. I'm going to the venue right now and see that they find an opponent. That was one of the things that I'm talking about because he was in the bracket with a guy to fight. And then all of a sudden, we get here today for him to weigh in. He doesn't have a fight. So that's the part that really got me right now. So, but, same thing happened to Superfly, but we found the fight for him. So right now we just sitting here. We sitting here figuring it out, getting set up and all that good shit.
They looking good.
Jermaine, he fought a guy that was a national champ. Did real good. What's his name? A lot of times they be not sure of themselves. They're not sure of themselves, but they can fight. But they got in there with some guys that had some experience. For their first down. I call my newbies. My newbies did good. So right now, we got a few vets up today, main events and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what we can bring home. Oh man, Shorty Kenny, the one that had all the weight. My Muslim brother, what's his name? ATL. Goodness, man, yo, he put on a clinic yesterday, yo.
Telling them,
man, that kid, I call him the focus one. That's the focus one. That one, yo,
and
man, that kid, man, he listens to everything. Yes, sir. No, sir. Don't go out there throwing a hook. I thought this nigga was Floyd Mayweather. No, I ain't even gonna say Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna sit there and say Pee Wee, Sweet Pea. That's how much he was making this joker miss, yo. That's how good he looked, man. Man, he's super disciplined. You know what I'm
Coach
saying?
Kenny
He's
said,
super duper.
Coach Kenny said making a person miss don't win fights.
Man, when he made him miss, he made him pay.
That ain't what I said.
I already say you gotta hear what he said.
You understand?
That's what it sounded like he said to me.
Well, you know,
Because I think that was armed robbery at his worst.
comprehension ain't there.
Armed robbery. Oh, that's cool.
You got to right.
Hey, Coach Kenny, I ain't claim I was the smartest person in the world, and I damn sure know you ain't, because you bet on Shakur. So we even. I'm not bitter or upset. You're throwing those innuendos. No, I'm not. Because anybody bet on Shakur don't got no goddamn sense at all.
There's a lot of them with no sense.
No, I'm messing with you, Coach. Look, hey, Coach K, I'm going to go back and look at it like you said. I'm going to go back and look at it. But what I saw last night, it just to me looked like
he made a miss.
He did it enough. But you make some good, valid points. I'm going to go back. We're watching in the lab tomorrow, Coach.
He made a miss, but he didn't do the Floyd Mayweather thing. He did the show. Come back.
We'll go back and watch it tomorrow.
Coach Calvin. Coach. Coach Calvin.
You trying to get.
Wait a minute, let me turn it up. It was on the car. For some reason, more. Hold up, let me check.
Oh my gosh, I got to get this question out before we get off. Coach Kenny. Well, let me ask you while we're waiting for Coach Calvin to get right. What was your thoughts on the Shakur fight?
He fought that. He was boxing his ass off, but he just didn't commit to the body where he could have stopped the dude. Man, he won. He don't show no. I don't know what. He shows skill, but he don't show no heart. He got skill, but he don't have no heart. That's the way I look at it.
That's crazy because on the thumbnail I made for this show, that's what I got on his chest, a heart with a question mark.
I ain't gonna say heart. I mean guts.
It's hard.
Wait, guts. He take heart to get in the ring. I say guts. He don't have no guts. Yeah, he got heart. He got skills, but he don't have no gut. You gotta have guts to get that shit. That dude right there, he should have stopped him.
So let me ask you this, because
and he told his grandfather a couple rounds, I'm going to stop him. So he can't say his hands and shit was he just couldn't do it.
Did he try to do it?
Yes, I think it was the 4th or the 5th round. Mm-hmm. Oh man, the guy was touching him up a little bit, and after that, Shakur threw his load. He ain't had nothing left.
Was the guy running?
Now it was times where he was moving around, but Shakur made it look like he was trying to survive and he was running and couldn't catch him. That guy was right there in Shakur's face, man. He wasn't running.
So because what I seen that he was hurt trying to recover. So he was moving around to get himself back together.
There was moments in the fight where he was right there for Shakur, but Shakur, he ain't do nothing. But Shakur talking about he was running and trying to survive. It was one round he was on Shakur's ass. Just one.
Yeah.
He wasn't running. Hell no. He ain't run no more than Shakur in previous fights. But no, he wasn't running. I mean, the fans got to know Bush after so many times. Come on, man. What you looking for? It ain't happening. And when I said Shakur was going to get the stops, I thought dude was going to gas out, not by Shakur knocking him out. I thought Shakur was going to gas him out, I know Shakur wasn't going to knock him out. There's different ways fighters get stopped,
Yeah, but Slim was game.
He was game. He just ain't had no power. Only had 7 KOs. Yeah, but I ain't gonna say Shakur don't have no heart. He got heart. He just don't have no guts.
I see a question mark.
No, he got heart. He been in that ring. He champion. He been to the fucking tournaments as an amateur, gold medal, silver medalist. He got heart. He just don't have no guts. Every fighter gonna meet that opponent. Like last night. What's the kid name? Davis Keyshawn. His plan was to stick and move, box, hit, and not get hit. But that shit, he had to make some adjustments last night, and that's what champions do. You can't take nothing from them. Proved himself last night.
Yep.
Just because you think you're gonna do something don't mean you're gonna be able to do it. Your opponent got some other plans, and a lot of fighters get to that situation and they fall apart. They don't like getting hit. Keyshawn had to, make some adjustments, and he did what he's supposed to do. So hats off to Keyshawn. Last night he did it. It was ugly, but sometimes it don't go as you plan.
They the ones that count though.
Exactly. That fight right there made Keyshawn gonna make him a better fighter. That ass last night, every round.
Let me run some of this money off. Smoothie King.
Right back at you, but another one. Ralph 707, thanks for the color in the chat. Coach Kenny, instead of putting money on Bubblegum Stevenson, you should have had that $10,000 to Coach Squeeze for his birthday, man. Yay, baby! Yes, I like that. I probably would have gave him half of it back.
No, ain't no giving me half back because I wouldn't have gave half back.
Movie King.
Right back at you with another one. Mr. Anderson, thanks for the color in the chat. Mason should sign with him. Promotion.
Man, Mason, the truth, man. I told everybody he was going to be the best one on the card, and look what happened.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Steve Newbie or Nobi. Thanks for the color in the chat. Kenny, do we need a GoFundMe for money cure cost you?
No GoFundMe. I'm good over here.
My man. Smoothie King, right back at you. Raymond Moore, thanks for the color in the chat. Yo, Kitty, you see that Vargas and Sean Garcia fight because he got punished to the body until stoppage. And Bobak got Keyshawn's skill better, but dude had a chin.
He clipped Garcia good last night.
Oh, we got hey Squeeze. Hey Squeeze, I hope you're ready. We got greatness in the building, man. We got Mr. Bernard in the building. Let me finish running out this money. Good morning, Mr. Bernard. We coming to you. We got some questions.
Man, good morning, fellas.
What's up, B?
Man,
take them off the screen, man. Stop. Don't do that. Take them off. Don't disrespect them. Don't disrespect that man like that. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Looney Tunes, thanks for the color in the chat. Bet on Shakur by a stop is 7-12. Never again mess my whole parlay up. I don't want to see Shakur versus him. I take him versus Loma. After that, Cepeda.
Handle your business, Squeeze.
All right, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with these two guys right here, but that shit they just pulled off by bringing this brother in without an introduction remind me of the Shockey and Robson fight. Blatantly robbery. The myth, the legend, future world champion, dad, decorated coach, honorary father, a living legend in the boxing circuit, does a lot for his community, able to give wisdom to the youth coming up because he been somewhere in his life, and you can't teach nothing if you don't know nothing. The myth, the legend, the brains of the operation, Mr. Bernard Hackett.
He crazy, ain't
he? Man, I feel like I should be running down the aisle like Macho Man Randy Savage.
What's going on, man?
Man, what's up, Coach? What's going on, Coach Kenny? My two good men.
What's going on, Mr. Bernard?
Squeeze, how y'all doing?
All right. Let me finish running out this money. I'm trying to get caught up because I got some questions for you, Mr. Bernard.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Smooth criminal. Thanks for the color in the chat. Shakur need to add a veteran trainer in that corner. IMO.
In my opinion. Smoothie King.
Right back at you with another one. Ain't come up. There we go. Looney Tune, thanks for the color in the chat. I just said the same thing, and they said, I don't know nothing about boxing. His defense was superb, but he ain't counter. He got outworked to me.
He basically said what I said about what you call.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Free Smoke, thanks for the color in the chat. Coach Kenny, were you trolling about Loma stepping aside on IG?
Yeah, I was trolling.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Jalen Anderson, thanks for the color in the chat. Coach Kenny and Calvin, I'm going to be real. I don't even want to see Shakur versus him. Watch that fight last night. Him will put that man in a casket, literally.
Oh, he had a robe on.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Raymond Moore, thanks for the color in the chat. Keyshawn and Buddy was getting personal. Y'all see Jiggers punch the ref and almost drop him. They put him through hell.
Yeah, he should have got a tip last
Smoothie
night.
King, right back at you with another one. Brian Hernandez, thanks for the color in the chat.
Appreciate you. Now, Mr. Bernard. First, we got to clear one thing up. Was Oshaki robbed last night?
Yes and no. If you watching it on TV, you might say no. I mean, you might say yes. If you're watching it from the standpoint of being an official, I think we teach our kids at the bottom level, don't put your back to the officials. Don't be on the ropes because you think you're slipping, but it look like an official seeing you get hit. Because if I throw a punch and if you standing in front of me and Kenny standing behind you and you rock off, did it look like I stole you and you buckled, or did it look like you rocked off? He can't see what's going on through your body, so you ain't even supposed to be on the ropes.
I'm gonna get me a ball head tomorrow because it got to be the ball head. Because y'all gave me the same breakdown. I'm gonna get a ball head tomorrow.
Thank you.
You teach that at the amateur level. Don't be on the ropes because they can't see you. Don't put yourself in bad positions because they tell the amateurs, if you're an amateur coach, you've been messing with these kids, especially if you've been in a situation where they had 4 judges all the way around. Make it where at least 3 of them can cleanly see you. Because if you can't smile at them and make eye contact, that means they can't see you. So when you looking like you slipping, you looking like you getting hit.
And a lot of times he was coming back in spurts. He wasn't coming back with all the slips he was doing. Calvin always screaming, if you slip, make them pay. And he wasn't pay last night. And a lot of times these young boys, they slip and think because they looking good slipping, they think they winning. They not winning. They're not winning.
That shit called ineffective movement. If you got a point guard that dribble the shit out the basketball but never get to the bucket, I'm not happy to see him cross somebody up. This ain't and one. We got to score. So, he did all that dribbling. He crossed them up, snatched them over, did all that. But at the end of the shot clock, he didn't score a bucket.
Exactly.
Then the dude went down the other end, looked real ugly, but he made a 2-hand layup. Didn't look good, but he got the layup.
Oh yeah, we showing off today. We got.
Oh wow, I'm around greatness right now. Lord have mercy. Let me turn my thing around correctly. Goodness gracious. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, brother.
Mr. Bernard.
Now I see why Kenny ain't respond to my text. He in here.
You today?
Yeah, I text you.
I had to go get him. I had to go get him from Mill City.
I was trying to get some verification. I called you twice and texted you, man.
No, it's not. You ain't called this far. I'm looking.
I had to go get him from Mill City, Jay.
Oh, 30.
Oh, okay. You see it.
No, I have my phone on charge at 36 minutes ago. I see it though. 36 minutes.
I probably was the first person that called you about 7:30 this morning.
Oh, I was asleep.
I ain't used to you being asleep, Kenny.
I stayed up late watching the fights. That's why I was asleep.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, what y'all talking about? How you doing, Squeeze? Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thanks, Big On.
I'm ready to get to Mr. Burner right now. Okay. Shakur Stevenson versus Tim. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Bernard?
Too much firepower. I think Shakur is one hell of a boxer. I mean, He got a skill set of boxing that is outrageous. You know, it's one of the highest boxing IQs. But when you put a guy like Tank in there, aka him, and you not only have the ability to box, but you also have the ability to lights out with one shot. I think I won't say it'll be the shot that'll get him. I think it'll be having to keep your brain working for so long where your brain get tired. Mental fatigue. A lot of guys, when you see Tank fight guys, I say the last 3 or 4 guys I really, watched them fight, they actually didn't get per se knocked out from the shot. Look 3 rounds before the knockout. The mental fatigue started setting in. They started making mental mistakes. And Tank like a computer that he wait for the right time. He see your mental mistake and he don't take advantage of it right then. He see you do it a second time, he don't take advantage of it. But the third time, he said, oh, that's a habit. Boom, boom, and they got you. I think when you look at that Frank Martin fight, Frank, no joke. First 3 rounds, I think Frank played chess with Bobby Fischer and might have been up by a pawn. But we didn't realize Bobby Fischer said, I plan to let this nigga have 5 pawns and a bishop. But when I knight the Queen 7, it's a wrap. and when that pressure get on, you ever see great people do something they compete against each other. And they when they get to going, they both sitting at the table competing, but one of them sweating profusely and they not running because the mental fatigue has started to set in. That's what it is. When you fight Tank, man, I don't even look at the dude in the corner because I'm comparing myself. When I look at Tank fight, I look at the coaches in the corner. If I see around the 3rd or 4th round, they starting to sweat, I know you can go ahead and plug the motherfucking light socket in because this iron about to starch this shirt up. I already see it. Because when they start sweating, that means you got them niggas thinking like you got them niggas sweating. They mental fatigue setting in. And I look at that because I think of the times when Jaleel spawned with Tank. And after 3 or 4 rounds, Tank started to get in the touch a little different. Shit starting to pick up. And I look at myself and I'm sweating. I be like, hold up, they must turn the heat up in this joint. But when you really start doing something and you focusing, you really do have mental fatigue because you get tired. A lot of these dudes that had a smooth sailing, and smooth sailing don't mean they fought ducks. Smooth sailing means when they know they got the fight in hand, they don't look to go in the fight in dramatic fashion. They comfortable with hearing their hand raised and their name called. When you get in there with a nigga like Tank, he's not comfortable hearing his name called. So he's always comfortable when you're uncomfortable. And that's the part that a lot of these dudes can't beat this man on, is because they look to hear the decision. This dude looks to hear the crowd roar. Them 2 different outcomes. I tell them they all lions. T.O. is a lion, Shakur a lion, Devin a lion, all of them lions. The only difference is Tank a wild lion in the jungle. They zoo lions. Zoo lions are fed. They get fed every day. Wild lion, he kind of athletic built because he got to hunt for his food. That's the difference. They both lions, but they both built different. So you can't bring a wild lion into captivity and think you going in there to feed him at any point in the rest of his life without having your tranquilizer gun, because he's been a wild lion. I know what it's like to be free. Same with a lion that's in captivity. You can make him do tricks like roar so the crowd think he the king of beasts, when really he's not. That's where your difference comes. Not saying that they not lions. They just been raised different.
They've been in captivity.
Yeah, they've been taught to sit up on 2 legs. They've been taught to swing when they supposed to. They know all the right moves. But if you put them same 2 lions in a cage together, that wild lion gonna realize I don't gotta work for the food. I'm gonna starve the rest of them. I wish you would touch that bowl.
Only one eat out the bowl.
Yeah, that's
Only
how it
one
is.
eat out the bowl.
Let the church say amen. That's all right. Just let the church say amen. You got Mr. Bernard on here on a Sunday and he preaching. Let the church say amen.
I mean, you can't take nothing from none of them guys. You ain't gonna hear me dog none of them. Shakur, Keyshawn, Teo, Lomo, all of them Lions. Tank just raised different. That's a big part of it. You got to think. When I look at Tank, I've been following Tank his whole career. Tank just started getting comfortable in the last 6 fights with interaction with the media. He wasn't comfortable before that because you taking him out the jungle. Now it's like everybody here is tame, brother. You ain't got to bite nobody. And that made him uncomfortable. He just getting comfortable with the media. Where if you look at the rest of them, they was always the media darling. They were always the guy that, yeah. So his comfort zone is different. But the only one who can change everything is the wild one. That wild one always got wild in him, even if he learns how to sit at the table correctly. He still reach across and grab biscuits. He don't wait for the shit to come around. That's the difference.
Damn.
You look at how Calvin and Kenny are in the corner. When they get to the point where this fight shouldn't be going on, they tell him, "Hey, Slim, we still here. Why? Oh, let me go get this shit over with."
And he
come back and say crazy shit. Man, I can feel it. What did he say? I think it was the 3rd round. Calvin said something to him. He said, "Oh, his punches don't have nothing else on them."
Yeah, he says,
"Oh shit."
And then he come back, I think, and after the 6th round, the 7th round. He said, "He's done, man." Calvin said, "We'll go get him then."
They tell, "We'll finish him. Don't tell me he done." And then this nigga still hit 2 rounds later. That means he wasn't done, or you don't know how to hunt no more.
Shorty carried the mission out every time. He don't second guess it or nothing, man.
Hey, he get it over with. That's the difference. You can't put them guys in front of him and think them dudes gonna be able to do that survival mode shit for goddamn 12 rounds. It doesn't work.
Don't.
I'm a betting man. I told Kenny, he said, "You better." I said, "Man, I'm a bet on the nigga to survive 3 rounds. I'm going to the concession booth to get my money after the 3rd round. In the 4th round, the stress is gonna kick in. That shit could be over any second after that."
Real talk.
That's the only safe bet you're gonna get. 3 rounds. How many of these dudes? Remember back in the day when you see fighters fight, if 2 dudes wanted to fight each other, they always tried to find a like opponent to fight. If they was doing that now, why ain't nobody in a rush to fight Pitbull Cruz?
Exactly.
If you really want to say this man don't want to see me, go in there and knock out Pitbull Cruz. Every casual, every regular be like, "Man, Tank ain't knock out Pitbull." They gonna ignore the hand injury. He ain't knock him out. You can force your way in the door. You can really force your way in the door. They not. Come on, man. Some stuff just sound great. Like I tell my man Hardcore when I be on his show, we are not looking at lifetime achievement awards when y'all talk about this guy deserves a fight with Tank. And then when I ask why do he deserve it? Because he just deserved it. And then you talk about 6 fights they had or 7 fights ago. That's called a lifetime achievement award. You want to give him a big check for a lifetime achievement. I mean,
what are you talking about? Participation trophy, man?
That's what they. I mean, once again, if we on the show and we talking, and then somebody say, "I think that this guy could beat Tank," or "I think that guy could beat Tank," and then it's that should fight Tank. Then we ask, "What's your probability of winning?" And they say, "Well, I'm still 60-40 or 70-30 Tank." Well, you're giving out a lifetime achievement award. Because if you think he has the ability to win, you tell me at least 50-50. That's the only time. Like we talked about on your show. And me and George was going back and forth. Man, Devin is this, Devin is that. That shit didn't even appear against a common opponent. Yeah, we got to use logic in here. We understand how they come up with a point spread. You played this team and you beat them by 30. You played this team, you beat them by 20. We keep the middle. Ain't no middle to keep for Devin. He got knocked out. And I don't want to hear that Ryan was on nothing, because how many guys did Floyd Mayweather? I want to say Floyd beat 4 or 5 guys that was caught juicing at some point, and he made that shit look easy. You know, you got to give the great ones their flowers while they're being great. You always looking for the next thing. If I was Tank, I told Kenny the other day, if I was Tank, I wouldn't fight but 130 and 135. If you want to fight me and you can beat me, bring your ass here. But I don't have to come to you.
That's right.
What I got to come to you for? If your biggest paycheck was $3 million, my biggest paycheck was 40. You're gonna get a raise by me fighting you. And if you get a raise, that means I got some of my money reduced. That's just how it go. If 2 people say we're gonna split money, we gotta both be bringing half of what we do. But if you ain't bringing half, I'm giving you a raise.
Exactly, and that's the part they don't understand.
So if I'm giving you a raise, how can we argue? If you tell me your biggest check was, let's just say a man biggest check $10 million, and Tank biggest check $50 million. If Tank call you and say, let's fight. All right, what you want to fight for? And Tank said, I'm gonna give you $15 million. That's all. How can you turn it down when that would be your biggest paycheck to date? I mean, that's just a logic thing. And he said, well, what about my pay-per-view part? What pay-per-view? You don't even fight when you have your own goddamn fights on pay-per-view. So what the hell am I giving you part of money that you don't even make? You want me to give you part of money that you don't make? I'm just using logic. I don't have to put no particular person with it, just logically. If Tank, what I tell you, Jay, Tank gonna make 40 million whether he fighting Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us. That man done been to at least 8 cities and sold it out. He was in DC and he had the biggest gate since I think the Rolling Stones. So you trying to fight him, and your biggest check has been $3 million, and your biggest arena is the MGM Grand in Oxon Hill. And now they talking about putting this in Texas Stadium or something like that. Then once again, why does that make sense for me to give you more than 15? If your biggest check was 10 and I'm giving you 15, but I ain't giving you no pay-per-view because you ain't never fought on pay-per-view, or your one fight was a flop on pay-per-view, why am I giving you money that you don't or aren't accustomed to making? It got to make sense.
Some people can't think enough to understand what you're saying, man. It's crazy. They just get half because they own the set, you know.
Once again, if Tank went to 47 and he fought Barrios again, I think Barrios pretty smart. Barrios know what them checks taste like. He gonna take that bite again. He already tasted that check. Look at Pitbull Cruz. When they showed him on the joint, get ready for that joint, Pitbull Cruz was in a very modest house. Pitbull Cruz, he living good, and the house ain't modest no more.
Exactly.
If they offer him a rematch, he'll say, give me that same check you gave me last time. We can do it again.
That shit again.
You gotta make it make sense. We stuck in a mind frame of I got 100 million followers. Unless you got $100 million, all you got is 100 million followers. We not making sense. That's why I say it ain't the promoters. It's not Tank. A lot of time it's the fighter, because the fighter can say anything, but then when they make you an offer, it's like, you know, hey, I want more than that. But show me why you deserve. You can't even get in a car accident and say you was out of work for 6 months, so you won $1 million. The insurance company and the judge gonna say, show me where you was making $1 million before the accident. And you say, I wasn't. I made $50,000 a year. So what happened in the 6 month span to think you deserve $1 million? And that's a car accident. That's just basic shit. Them dudes can't beat that boy, man. They want lifetime achievement checks.
Who that in the background? That sound like Shakur.
Dude, Frenchie. Man just got a Frenchie.
That sound like Shakur in the back. No bass or nothing.
Smoothie King. Smoothie King.
No bass. Ain't come up.
You get it?
Right there, champ. Right back at you with another one. Brian Hernandez. Thanks for the color in the chat. Yo, Coach Kenny, please tell me y'all fighting this hype job after Loma.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Smoothie King, right back at you. Bucky Rogers, thanks for the color in the chat. Let him cook.
All right, so okay, go ahead.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Raymond Moore, all-time NFL legend. Thanks for the color in the chat. Bernard, I agree. Give these guys props. Bud resume still being questioned by TO fans, even though Bud went undisputed 2 times and knocked out every welterweight, and he demolished the boogeyman of the division.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I told everybody. I said the dude is not on that man level. He ain't in the. He don't even belong in the same ring as that young man. I told him. They ain't want to believe. They say, Queens, you geeking. You geeking. Hype job.
Mr. Bernard, let me ask you a question.
You haven't seen him since.
This was the part I didn't like. How did you feel about Shakur not listening to his corner and the confusion or the unsettledness in the corner when Brother Wale was giving instructions to Shakur to pick up his punch output? And I think he was giving him the proper instructions, but you know what I mean, Shakur was doing his own thing, talking more than he was listening. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, his grandfather was the first person to put gloves on him. His grandfather taught him how to fight. His grandfather instilled in him what he has. You know, he said that. That's not me saying it. He said it. So if he's done all that for you, when you're at the point where you have to be a team, then you do your part and let the coach do theirs. I always tell my son, let me do the talking during the fight. You do the fighting. If we do that during the fight, we good. If you look at the great ones, that's not how they go. You know, sometimes a lot of young people, they get to thinking that they did everything. You just riding with them. And when you get to thinking like that, that's when you start seeing those issues like that. You know, I think Shakur is, like I said, an excellent fighter, but always remember who taught you that stuff. His grandfather taught him that. And these are some of the reasons why I say you can't go in there and deal with a guy like Tank if you got any type of discord going on. Because if you think about it, if you get 1 minute in between rounds to prepare for the next round, you just gave away 30 seconds of instruction time because you want to argue. You know, us coaches, when it go wrong, we the first ones to jump in front of the gun and say it was my fault. When the fighters win, we say he did a great job. Everybody stay in their lane. The reason we don't see a lot of car accidents on normal day is because the first rule of driving, you want to avoid an accident, stay in your lane. And that's where the problem come at. Everybody want to get out their lane. As many times as you see Calvin and Kenny jumping in Tank ass, Slim don't give you nothing but the I got it or yeah, okay. That's it. That cohesiveness is what you have to be winning against the top people. You can't have any dissension because dissension brings about hesitation. Hesitation gets you killed.
God damn, Mr. Bernard, you preaching today. It's always a pleasure when you come through.
Man, look, when y'all had the people y'all have on here, I wanna say something real quick about Coach Kenny and Calvin. Calvin and Kenny, good guys. I've been knowing them for a long time. Known Calvin a little longer than I known Kenny, but me and Kenny have developed an amazing relationship. And Jaleel had called Coach Kenny. He didn't get him, and Jaleel told me, say that call Coach Kenny and see if he'll come down when I have my open workout and do the mitts with me, because they lock in. They've been in camp together several times. The last time they was in camp together, they was together for 4 months. I ain't seen Jaleel shit for 4 months. He was out there with them.
Yes.
And Kenny makes me comfortable. Reason I say that is because I don't look at Kenny as a coach. I look at him as an extension of another father. He doesn't carry this thing with these kids like coaches. He's telling them stuff to do in the sense of a father. And that's why I appreciate when he does what he do. Kenny and Calvin, they agreed that, hey, Calvin going with the kids. Kenny said he was coming to us. That man came from Baltimore. What's that? If I'm not mistaken, it's like a 30-something mile trip, round trip or whatever. He gave up his time, got out his bed in the morning to come down and do that. Whenever we go to Baltimore, the Baltimore dudes show us love all the time. No ifs, ands, or buts, nothing. It's always love. So I definitely wanted to let him know I appreciate that, because sometimes we don't give the appreciation until it's too late for the person to hear it. When Jaleel gets the opportunities to fight, I see a lot of what they do teach in him. I see a lot of that. I tell people all the time, I learned from great people. I get opinions from great people. I don't discredit anybody, no matter what they've done or how we are right now. I've gotten great instruction from Calvin and Kenny. I got some amazing instruction for my son from Gary Russell Sr. My son has gotten great rounds from Tank. And I went back and forth with Gary. I still look at him in the same light that I did, always did. And I don't discredit nothing he did. But a lot of stuff my son learned from a very young age, he learned in that Russell gym. I mean, you got to give these dudes their credit because they don't have to do it. Kenny with the top guy in boxing. You got 2 horses in the race that make money, Tank and Canelo. This man took time out of his time to help my son, just like he did in Vegas when he stayed behind. People don't recognize, they ain't see him at the Barrios first press conference because he stayed behind in Vegas to help my son. He said, I see some stuff Jaleel need to work on. Can I work with him? Cool. That's where we got to get to. And we got to appreciate these guys. So, I always want to say kudos to you, Coach Kenny, and I appreciate everything you do. And when my son fight next week, you will see a bunch of the stuff that he got from him and working with him on display when he fight next week.
I appreciate you, man, for allowing me to work with him, having fun. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I had to work Friday. I was mad as shit because I was planning to come down there. But they called me in to work. But it's crazy you said that because right now my son in Atlanta with Coach Calvin. And my wife was tripping. It's only 3 people that ever took my son out of town. My sister, my mother, and Coach Calvin. The wife was panicking. I dropped them off. Coach Calvin said, he gonna be all right. I said, no, you his daddy now.
Yeah, I tell Kenny the same thing. Kenny texts me so much, I got to the point I wasn't responding. Hey man, we gotta do this. We about to go hit a spar. Hey, who do you not want him to spar with? Hey man, please stop calling about.
I let the kids call the babies calling home 3 times when we got them on trip. They gotta call home 3 times every day. And somebody like his son, I make sure
man, he be on them. He be on them, and that's what we got to understand in this boxing. We can't just be coaches. We got to be fathers to these kids, even if they're not yours. And that's what you just asked a few minutes ago. That's your answer. We used to have coaches that were coaches, and we respected them as coaches / father figures. Now we got coaches that want to be the friends of the fighter. So I can't teach you if we doing and playing the same jokes with each other that you do with the kids, because you took away the level of respect.
It's like Tank got a cameraman straight out of high school, start hanging with him, and he moved in with Tank for a while, right? So I asked him, I said, you talked to your mother today? He's like, no. What's up the last time you talked to your mother? He out here in life now. He meeting people, meeting celebrities, doing big things. So I pulled him to the side. I said, "Man, call your mother every day. I don't care what you do out there." And last time I see him, I said, "You talk to your mother today?" So I talk to my mother every day. He was getting caught up in the world. It was new to him. But I said, "Man, call your mother every day." So now he calls his mother every day.
I still call my mother every day.
Up, man. You know?
See, that's not coach stuff. That's man stuff.
Yeah.
That's man stuff.
I talk to your parents every day, man.
Never know when they're going to leave.
I tell you when I know Tank won fights. No bullshit. When I know he's got the fight won. When he do the first time that he face to face with them after the contract been signed, Tank bring a man to their face. Them niggas used to getting a boy coming to him. When he comes in, I say, "Oh man, the nigga whole facial expression changed. It's a wrap."
It's like they talk shit all the way to the press. You build out the fight. Then when they get on that stage and it's really him in front of them, they like, "Dang, too late now. It's too late."
That come from having men with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, your character is only as high or strong as the character that helped mold you. You see some of these, and I hate to be the example of this, you see some of these dads ain't never been in a fight, ain't never been in a hell of an argument. Bring their son to the gym, you working with him, you helping the kid get better, but you realize it's gonna be slow. And then the father be like, "Man, you acting like a sucker. Man, you know how we go." And then I always stop. Tell me your resume. How do you go? And they get stuck. Brother, you can't ask him to do something that's not in you.
Right. Never even been in the fucking room.
Yeah, Calvin and Kenny they've been through that. I know Calvin, really know him, been through that. When Calvin said that shit in the corner, Calvin didn't even realize, come on, Calvin, you can't say that shit. Stick a knife in him and twist it. Hey, Calvin, come on, man. You on fucking television. You cannot say, but that's him at the core. At the core, that's him. He don't know no other way to explain to this kid. You have a dead body in front of you. Finish it, stick it in him, and turn it. He had to, but that's because he got men around him.
When I say put the knife in him, put it in him.
Man, listen, I was tripping on how Tank received every bit of that message and felt every bit of the emotion that Coach Calvin was giving him. Tank bit down on his lip and he went to a whole nother place and just locked the fuck in.
Yeah. Hey, you funny you said bit down on his lip. I laughed like shit. I told my wife when he had the little blood coming off, I said, that nigga done bit his own goddamn lip. This nigga ain't get hit in the mouth. He bit his own goddamn lip. I never seen him. Hey man, I be looking at Tank sometimes. Y'all ever notice when he gets to the point where that shit about to be over, it's like he take 2 or 3 dumbass right hands for no reason. Like, okay, you hit me. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with this? Yeah. That shit, he looked at the camera in the last fight and was looking at, I think I got hit too many times right here. Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, bro, you can't teach that. That's a way of living. That's a way of life.
That's it.
Them babies up there. I remember not that long ago, took Jaleel, Cal and Kenny said, "Come out here to spot." Man, he said, "We got 12 of them for you. They're going to jump on your ass one at a time." Do you know each one of them kids was ready to foam at the mouth to get their chance to jump in there? And I'm talking about even the little teeny ones. Like, Shorty, you're too small. Man, he said everybody. Calvin and them had to separate. Ape squad over here, babies over here. Like, let's come on, get some, come on, make it make sense. But that's a mentality. Ain't no air conditioning in there. Ain't no clean, everything smooth.
The heat
on. Put them sweatsuits on. It's hot, coach. It ain't gonna be hot when you fight, so you're gonna feel even better. Put you in the worst conditions to make you the best person you can be when you're in the best conditions.
I remember when I first seen Jaleel, you brought him to Upton. I didn't even know you was his dad. I think he might have been 10, 11 years old. And I said, Calvin, who the hell is this little kid, man? Man, he was like a Tasmanian devil up in that motherfucker. Calvin, who the little kid come from? And then he was standing on the side. I had no idea he was his dad, man. I thought he was a kid that just walked in the gym. Putting in work, man.
Man, that's before he knew how to fight. In the beginning, we didn't learn how to box. I said, Jaleel, just go fight. Just go swing punches. If you can get to the point where you do that, we can learn how to fight.
Who the hell is this little kid, man? So he's putting in work, man. And he had 2 gas tanks, too. He always had two things. It's like he just keep going and going and going.
Man, I'm gonna tell you the piece that don't nobody got. I wish somebody had that joint. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Floyd got it somewhere. That day when they was in the gym, man, Calvin said, "Get out the ring." After round 8, they said, "Get out." Jaleel, get out. Tank say, "Yeah, get out there like your daddy told you. Get out." I said, "I ain't say nothing." Calvin said, "I said it." Jaleel hops right back in the ring. Kenny said, "Come on, man." So they get to spawn again. So Kenny say, "This round, the round over." Calvin say, "After this is over." Man, Tank said something else to him. Kenny said, "What you gonna do?" I said, "What he gonna do?" He said, "Well, Tank, you got to do it." And it was like, man, you chose to jump back in there. You had your out. We gave you out. Man, that after they finished spawn, man, when Calvin cussed them niggas out in the back, he took them niggas in the back. Guess he want no film on that shit. When we say stop, it's over. But that's when I knew, because Tank told him, "Shorty, you got it."
Look, that spawn session right there, that particular spawn session you talking about, Jalil ain't gonna see no fight like that in his whole career. That's how that.
Man, Slim, Calvin and Kenny put Showtime out. Remember, Showtime was filming.
Yeah, they was filming.
Get out, because they're not gonna stop. And Tank instigating this shit because Tank, like, that's what I mean. You can't be around a wild animal and not become wild or go home. Tank instigating it with joy. Like, I got a young motherfucker in here that's gonna jump back in.
I was so happy when that spawn session was over because they was throwing leather. But I'm like, God.
and I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Real shit.
Like,
Tank has never sent Jaleel home with an empty pocket. That's a fact. Listen to what I tell you. Tank has never sent that nigga home with an empty pocket. And I ain't talking about Calvin. Because Calvin had his little checkbook and was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to write you a check so you can get Shaw to something." But him himself, he called Jaleel in the back. "Come here, Shaw." They back there like 20 minutes. I'm like, "Oh, shit." Jaleel came out, got in the car. This nigga said, "I want to go to the store." "Where you get money from?" I said, "Tank gave me money." What did he get up there? Okay, he gave the nigga $50, something like that. That nigga had a stack of money. He say, man, Tank say, "Man, you never spar with a dude at my level, and he let you walk out the gym with your pocket empty." That's what Tank told him. And he been doing this with Tank since he was 15. People don't understand that shit. Since he was 15, Jaleel was a scholar in school. So when they was getting ready for the fight in Baltimore, Jaleel was able to leave Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and go up there for spawn. His teacher was like, he already ahead of his work. He was able to come up there and get spawn in. This man was looking out for him as a kid. That's why I say you gotta let these kids cut their teeth. Tank gonna tell you if you're ready. Kenny gonna take any kid. Kid could be missing one hand, have a cleft foot, one eye shut. "Oh man, I could turn him into a champion." He give every kid a chance. Tank gonna let you see if you need to be in here. But y'all think it's bad when somebody do that. Man, Tank ran that kid up out of here. No, he saved that kid's life. He just gave him 20 years of his life back because he can go do something else. The one that keep coming back, he's gonna be here.
That's the one.
Yeah, he gonna be here. Time Machine and all of them, they gonna be there. That's what people need to learn, that and know that shit about Tank. They always hear the crazy shit. People tell me even on your joint, Jay, when you be like, every time people, he always defending Tank. He ain't part of that shit because the nigga do real nigga shit all the time. He gave my son gloves when he was little. Remember he used to wear them Green Bay Packer gloves?
Yeah.
My son had them for 2 years. Tank said, "You still got them gloves?" They wore out. He like, "Man, you don't want to still have them. Why not? You gave them to me." Having them in camp, saying, "Hey, Shawty, I got you." Like Kenny and them met Jaleel at the airport. They met him at the airport the day before Tank called and said, "Get your stuff together." They met him at the airport. "Where am I taking him?" "I'm just dropping him at the airport." They like, "We got him from there."
That's it.
Tank did a lot of first shit for my son that he already been doing for me and them. My son never been on a private plane till he got with Tank. That nigga say, "Man, the stars in there." Oh shit. He sent me a picture in the Rolls Royce. I mean, Tank. The reason my son can fight at the level he is now, I love telling it. because Tank introduced him to the game at the highest level when he was coming up. So when you get to this point, there is no arena too big for you because I already been in them.
Preparing them for his future.
Yeah, he already been putting them in that position. So if you follow your course, when they turn the brightest lights on, you don't need sunglasses.
Be prepared for it.
That's what Tank do. That's what he do. And once again, I can't dog Floyd because Floyd did that to Tank. At one point, he was doing that to Tank. Tank said it in an old interview. Man, Floyd bought me a chain and cars and all that shit before I ever signed with him. He saw what he could be, and he said, "Let me show you the light before you get there." That's the shit that we don't get to see and get to do unless somebody like that do it. If he don't do it, these kids go in there blind. Floyd showed us how to market, brand, and maximize your own dollar. Tank is now maximizing his own dollar. He about to sign his own independent deal. When he signed, he said it's gonna be bigger than Floyd's deal. But it can never overshadow Floyd because Floyd laid groundwork for this. Tank laying groundwork. Somebody gonna get a deal and they gonna say my deal bigger than Tank. Only thing I think Tank is the type of dude to say, get it. Get it, shawty. My time came, I got mine, get it. That's what these building blocks are for. So we should stop trying to hate and find a reason for him to fail. And we should be applauding and praising the success, whether it's Tank, whether it's the Shakurs, the Teos, the Devins, whoever it is. These are black self-made millionaires. At the end of the day, that's what they are. They not a statistic. We ain't talking about what would have been. They actually been what could be. Tank went and bought a block in Baltimore. Talking about he gonna make that for people who don't have a lot of money to live in the city that they were raised in. We should be applauding that shit. That shouldn't be nothing that we not giving praise to. The man's self-made millionaire. And if all us in this boxing game be honest, we hope our kid turn out to be like Tank, like Floyd. Shit, my son make $20 million in boxing. Nigga, we like Tank and Floyd. I make 20. Y'all ain't make, nigga, my son ain't got to go punch the clock for nobody. He got $20 million. And a lot of them gonna be shell-shocked when they realize how much Uncle Sam take out of that 20 million.
Half.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta whip a lot of ass to get $100 million. You gotta whip a lot of ass for that. Floyd might have got $100 million for the Pacquiao fight, but he had to whip 46 asses to get that one night. So it wasn't that one night. He had to whip 46 asses. Tank filling these arenas up. It wasn't on the night he filled it up. It was the 31 asses prior to that. That's what you get that from. So when they say he just jumped on the scene or, they gave him this, they didn't give him shit. He gave out 31 ass whoopings and received the financial compensation for 31 ass whoopings.
Exactly.
Mr. Anderson, appreciate the support. I thought nobody could make me a bigger fan of Tank, but you just did.
Man, I hope it spread. Mr. Anderson, I hope it spread because like I said, Tank don't talk a lot. He talk about the fights and stuff like that. But the people that he's done the stuff that he's done for, those are people that need to be speaking up. Don't fall back into the crowd when you know what somebody's saying ain't accurate, it's not right, and you can actually say, nah, this what this man directly did for me in my situation. I always thank Floyd for signing my son. I don't cuss Floyd out. I ain't mad with Floyd. I thank him because he gave my son an opportunity to be on a big stage. You got to respect that. How many fighters start at the chitlin circuit and never get their chance on a big stage unless they being brought in to be a damn lamb led to the slaughter? When Tank started putting these kids on, when he started giving opportunities, how many of y'all know how Jaleel got on Tank's fight in DC? How many people know how he got on that fight?
Run it to us.
I think it was at the media, and Tank said, "Are you on?" and made sure he was on that day, didn't he?
That's part of you're a part of that story, right? We went to the media, I mean the press conference, and Jalil was supposed to be fighting on, I think it was a dark card in December 17th. I think it was the 17th. And Tank walked in, everybody walked in with him. He stopped, gave Shorty a hug, all that stuff. And he said, "You rocking with me, ain't you?" And he was like, "I don't think so. They got me on something else." He was like, "All right, don't go far." Tank went up on stage. When he was talking, you can look at the video, waved at Stacy, was like, "Go get him." Stacy told Jalil, "Come up here." Jalil was like standing in the back. He went up there. He started talking about the car. Then he said, oh yeah, Jalil, we doing this together in your city. We doing this in your city. I got a call like an hour later saying, "Who put Jalil on Tank car?" I said, "Man, I don't know. I don't call no shots." He said, "Well, you know y'all supposed to fight on 17th. We literally went out to Vegas on the 17th of December, weighed in and everything. And our opponent had an eye injury. And that's why we didn't fight then. But they were like, hey, if you want to do the double up, you can." Tank said, "Find him an opponent. Find him an opponent. He fighting on my card." How many people doing that, man? That man at a different point. He don't have to look out for no Jalil. Shit, you sparred with me. I gave you some money. I don't owe you nothing else. And he put him on. I know Jalil was on like 4 or 5 Tank cards. 4 or 5 Tank cards. Y'all don't know Jalil had a conversation with Tank before he actually signed with somebody else. Tank ain't give him no sucker shit and say, "Man, if you ain't with me, then don't fuck with me no more." He said, "Shorty, do what's best for you and your family." He said, "Do what's best for you and your family." Ask him, why you want to sign us? He said, "Slim, I'm in the midst of my shit right now. If it ain't good timing, but you got to move on, do you." And that man ain't gave him a bad way. He actually was kind of, I don't know, I ain't gonna say mad in a bad way, but it was like, "Shorty, you still coming down here to camp?" Kenny called, "Hey, you need to get you a plane ticket to come." Jalil said, "I'm getting ready for my first fight on Matchroom." That didn't affect him. That's a real dude, man. He come from real stock people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, I was in camp in Florida, right? And like this was the first time I actually really heard Tank talking. And he was basically talking about why he hasn't signed fighters under his name. And the whole, like, if I had that conversation, a lot of people would look at a lot of shit totally different. But by it being like he really was talking, I didn't even want to grab the camera. I was just listening. But he was saying, like, my career is in somebody else's hands. How can I put your career in my hands when my shit is being fucked up at times? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be responsible for your shit being fucked up. You know what I mean? You got to understand that. I want you to win, but I got to deal with this shit on my side, so I can't really do it right now. You know what I mean? If I had that conversation, man, y'all, like, I was like, damn, like, I was blown away.
Yeah, Slim a real one, man. He a real one all the time. He a real one all the time. And that's the thing that I always stick up for Slim. He don't even ask about that shit. Just out the yeah, we will do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, he just that dude. Yeah, he that dude. So you gotta always respect it. When men carry themselves like men, you gotta respect them as men. But then you also gotta remember when you're surrounded by men who don't carry themselves as men, they feel inferior when they're around men.
Right.
Even the Peterson brothers, that same fight that he got Jalil on, even the Peterson brothers, he's like, nah, they paved the way for me. They got to fight. I'm in they city. They got to fight.
He a real one, Slim. It ain't I'm a real one and I got more money in your face. It's I'm a real one and you kind of paved this ground. That's why I said Tank want to see somebody pass him in everything. He wants to because that means somebody else did better.
He ain't selfish at all, man. I've seen him help a lot of people, whole lot of people. He's still helping people.
And the dude's super humble, man. When I say super humble, we was in camp and when I got down there to camp and he was like, "Hey, we cutting this last little bit." He was like, "What you do when you be cutting Jalil shit?" Because he big as a motherfucker. And he cut it. That man he humble. When I talk about humble, that man humble. That man is humble. People think any what they want to think, but he's not no arrogant dude. He don't think he know everything to the point where you can't tell him nothing.
You waiting on me?
Mr. Anderson, appreciate the support. Please start a registry with some stores that sell the things y'all need at the gym so fans can buy them to support y'all. I get it worked on, Mr. Anderson. Appreciate you.
I gotta cut out, y'all. I gotta go take care of some business.
We can close. We can wrap it up, Mr. Bernard. The only thing left is to pass around the collection plate. Mr. Bernard did the preaching. All we gotta do is pass the collection plate.
Man, my bad, fellas. I just always like to bring the reality.
That was well needed.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Oh, y'all, Jay, I appreciate the Sunday nights with the older folks. It's something where we can explain boxing for what we see. I like Kenny. He go on everything. He not shy to talk about nothing. He stand on what he say and he mean what he say. I love y'all because y'all not biased. Y'all not biased at all. When y'all bring the show on, it's times when y'all don't agree with Calvin and Kenny. And that's I like that unbiased thing. That's me and Jay talked about media. They present media. You ain't make the news, you just report it.
Real talk.
Facts. That's facts. Yeah, Bernard taught me something yesterday.
So I definitely appreciate y'all. I know Ken said he had to get out of here, so I ain't gonna hold him up.
Appreciate you, Mr. Bernard. I see you this week. I think me and Jay coming down Thursday. I think we're gonna come to the press conference.
Bet we got to get that in. We got to talk to you after we make that weight. Before we put belt to ass, we gotta let you know.
What day you want me to get Jaleel on? You want me to get Jaleel on one day this week, or you want me to wait till after the press conference?
After the press conference.
All right, okay, we set it up.
My guy, that we gotta get out there, we gotta be focused to put belt to ass. It's, your mama always had a drink or a cigarette before she beat your ass because she had to be focused.
Appreciate you, Mr. Bernard. Appreciate you. I see you this week.
All right, Jay.
All right, have a good one.
All right, take it easy, Bernard.
Jay Hardcore, that was a fire show, Jay Hard. Before we get out of here, I gotta run this. I gotta run this through. Show was so fire, we couldn't even get into it.
It's all love, man. That was good information, man. Always.
I'm gonna run this real quick.
All right.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got some thrilling news for all of you. We're launching a raffle where you can win a brand new 55-inch television just by making a payment of $10. Yes, you heard it right, just $10. Each entry must be made through Cash App with your name. The winner will be announced live at our GBT meet and greet on July 13th. The more entries you make, the higher your chances of taking home this outstanding flat-screen television. So, don't miss this incredible opportunity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this exciting contest. And remember, with each entry you make, you increase your chances of winning this amazing prize. Thanks for tuning in and good luck to all of you.
Appreciate everybody, man. This Sunday, man, win a 55-inch TV. Cash App, $10. The JBT Network won. And we doing a raffle this Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday.
So
you know what I mean? Sunday.
So if you want a 55-inch TV, or if you just want to help the JBT Network, we got what we got left that we need to get for this weekend.
Well, we still getting together the rest of the food and drinks and things of that nature. So anybody that supports will help. We appreciate it. All you're gonna have to do if you're in Philly this weekend, all you gotta do is pull up. You're gonna be able to eat, drink, play games. Hey, it might be some giveaways and everything. All you got to do is just show up, you dig, and enjoy yourself. And then Sunday, hey, somebody gonna win that 55-inch television, and you won because we're gonna send you $1 back at your Cash App. So that means you really got the TV for $9, and it's gonna say you win, and then we're gonna ship it to your doorstep. Just that simple, man. I don't know where they do that else at, but all you got to do is send $10 to JBT Network 1, get yourself in the raffles, man. Make sure that you put whatever your YouTube name is or whatever. So we'll have that just as well, but we're gonna send it back through Cash App so we'll know that you'll know that you won. So hey, you just gotta be intentional about it, man. But we appreciate all the support we have received already. Looking forward to seeing you all for the first JBT meet and greet, man. I'm stoked about it. I can't wait for it to happen this weekend, man.
We're gonna be in Philly, Connecticut for the Jaleel Haggett and Boots fight. What's the name of that arena, Jay?
Prudential Center.
Yeah, at the Prudential Center. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out there this Saturday for the fights, and we're gonna have we got Airbnb, food, drinks. You know what I mean? People come through. You know what I mean? So everything. The raffle for the TV helps for the TV, and for us to put all this stuff together. Oh, yeah, Connecticut say he be up there this weekend.
All right, then. Well, you should buy a ticket so you have a chance to win that 55-inch television.
Oh, they said the Wells Fargo Center, not the Prudential, the Wells Fargo.
It's the Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
You sure?
That's what they saying in the chat. Let me run to this email real quick.
I thought it was the Prudential, but I could be wrong. It won't be the first time I've been wrong. It might be the Wells Fargo. Wherever is that, I know we got approval for credentials, so we're gonna be there.
We definitely in the building.
Definitely in the building. So yeah, I probably got it wrong. But yeah, man, looking forward to meeting each and every one that's
Wells
gonna pull
Fargo.
up that day. It's at the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, Shakur. They said Shakur was at the Prudential.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I think they did the Witcher. I don't know. It's all Wells Fargo then.
At the Wells Fargo. So, you know what I mean? See y'all this. We be up in Philly this weekend. You know what I mean? And you know how we do. Me and Jay get
we're gonna be there.
having fun.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
That's
so
all I got.
Closing arguments.
Hey man, I enjoyed this weekend of fights, man. No matter what, I still want to see Shakur and Tank get it on, man, because let's not downplay that fight. Let's upplay it. Let's make it happen, man. Let's be intentional about it. I forgot to ask Kenny about the what they're saying, that he said that Loma is stepping aside.
No, he said he answered that. He said he just was trolling.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was on already, but he said he just was trolling.
Yeah, I wasn't on yet.
Okay,
So that's good to know, because people done ran with it, you know what I mean? And I wanted to get verification on it first.
I'm laughing at the Boxing News 24. They do an article on Coach Kenny every day. Everything everything he posts, they doing an article on him. You know what I mean? So I'm just tripping. Coach Kenny,
right.
Man, he having fun with it, as he should. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All right, well, that's all I had, man. That's my closing argument, man. I see y'all this week. Be doing the old timer show tonight at 8:00. Don't meet me there, beat me there. We're gonna have some fun with the old folks, man. We're gonna do it.
Cass coming on today at 2?
I don't think so, but
Well, we got Just at 4. I know we got Just at 4.
Yeah. We got Just at 4. Just do boxing at 4. Yeah.
All right, so we got Just Do Boxing at 4:00. Then we got Jay Hardcore spinning the bin at 8 p.m. with the old timer show, man. Listen, man, 50 and over, man. They some funny guys, man. You got my guy Bruce Gas. He gonna be on there. He gonna be toting. Then you got my guy, Mr. Bernard. You know he coming back, dropping some more knowledge, man. Listen,
Brother Umar. Whenever
Mr. Bernard start talking, man, just like you might as well get your popcorn and nice beverage and just sit back and listen, because you ready to get a lot of knowledge and greatness. You know what I mean? He's a very knowledgeable person. You know what I mean? And he's an overall good dude, man. So shout out to Mr. Bernard, man. Oh, Boxing Source said he was with Just Do and Mr. Just Do yesterday.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate everybody in the Super Chat Cash App, man. Make sure y'all send that $10 to JBT Network 1 to support the meet and greet. Try to win a TV in the process. Appreciate everybody that's showing love to the channel. We had over 600 people in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. Tell a friend, man. I'm gonna try to drop y'all some. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna drop y'all some interviews today before the night over. I gotta clear up some space. I can't my computer full, my phone full. I don't got no damn room. But I got some heat. So just stay tuned. And keep rocking with us, man. JBT Network, Rize Podcast, Hardcore, J Hardcore, man. We coming, man. So just stay tuned. Appreciate you, Jay.
Salute,
See you
brother.
later
Always
on.
a pleasure. You take
You
it
know
easy,
that, big bro.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't put on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich